What's up, guys? I'm Zach from Dr.z Fabrication, and today I'm going to show you how to assemble my Suzuki Samurai full width front bumper with winch mount. Okay, when you receive it from the USPS, this is how it's going to come in the box. Let me show you. Okay, let's start from over this side. You got your winch plate, you got your front plate where your fair lead bolts still, you got your mounting plates, you got your top plates, you got your side plates where your turn signals mount, and then you got your lower trim pieces, which is them 3 pieces there. These pieces go underneath the bumper and wrap around that tube that goes from your frame rail to your other side of your frame rail. I'll show you how to do all this stuff. Another thing, hardware that it comes with 4 3/8 by 2 3/4 inch long hex head bolts. Other bolts it comes with is 4 3/8 by 1 inch long hex head bolts with lock nuts. So that's how it comes in the mail. Okay, let me show you the tools that are required for you to assemble this onto your Samurai. First things first, you're gonna need a square. Any type of square will work. This is what I use. Another thing you're gonna need is a level. This is a foot level. It would also be nice to have a 4-foot level too, because we're gonna have to level the Samurai, and it's nice to have a 4-foot level so then you can go from frame rail to frame rail to level it. Another thing you're gonna need is a tape measure. Another thing you're gonna need is a 4.5 inch grinder with some sort of a sanding disc pad or a grinding disc or a flapper disc, something to get the slag off the back side of the metal. Other things that you will need are gloves, some type of welding glove I use because you don't want to cut your hands or burn your hands. Safety glasses and also earplugs. Unless you're already deaf already, then it doesn't matter. So pretty much that's the tools that you're gonna need. Oh yeah, and a welder. I forgot about that. That's the major thing. You're definitely gonna need a welder. I'll be using a MIG welder with steel wire. I don't use flux core wire. I have a tank, so that's how I use it, and it works really good. That method, that is. So that's pretty much what you're getting, what tools you need, and then the first pretty much step, as soon as you get the box undone, you want to prep all the pieces. So say like when you get it, it's gonna come like this. There's gonna be slag on the backhand side of it, and you're gonna have to grind it all off, so then it looks like this. It looks like this, bare metal. You don't have to do both sides, you only need to do the back side to get all the slag off of it. Okay, so you grind all the pieces and now you're ready to start assembling it. Before you can start assembling it, you need to get your Samurai ready. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, I mean my Samurai is all ready because it didn't have a factory bumper, but anyways, let me show you it. Okay. So as you can see here, my Samurai doesn't have the factory bumper on it. When I bought it, it had some round tubing on it. But anyways, this is how you're gonna wanna start with my bumper. You're gonna have to take the stock one off, and then there's gonna be pieces on the side here that come out to this far. I'm pretty sure you can leave them because I don't think my bumper interferes with them. I'm pretty positive when I built this bumper, the Samurai had them on and it cleared them, so you don't have to worry about them. Unless you're running bigger tires, then you're gonna have to cut them off because when you turn in, it's gonna rub it and cut your tire, and you don't want that. Okay, as you can see here now, you need to get your Samurai level. So I used the 4-foot level and I went to the top of the frame rails to get it level. You need to make it level for this install to go smoothly. Okay, so once you get to this point, get the Samurai leveled from side to side, you should be ready to start mocking things up. Okay, So now you're ready to start mocking things up. This is the fun part. Okay. So let me put this camera down. And I won't be able to get seen in the video because this tripod's not big enough, so I'll try to sit down. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is build the winch plate, which is the center of the winch. It's the easiest way to do it. It's the way to do it, I should say. It's the way to do it. It's how I've designed it. It's how you start. It's ready. Okay, so you're gonna get these pieces. You're gonna have 2 of these. You're gonna put one side down. It's nice to have a table. So if you don't have a nice flat surface, try to make one or try to do something so it's easier on yourself. I mean, if you have a nice concrete floor, it might work. It'll work. But anyways, pretty much get you this plate. Stack it up on here. You want to go on the lower slots, as you can see. Hopefully you can see that. No, the camera's not showing it. So hopefully you can see that. You fit in the slots in the lower slots. Okay. Do like a little round video of it around it. So once you get that on, then you want to get your fair lead piece. This piece, and then you want to slide it in on an angle. See how you want to put it on an angle, so then you can slide it into these. Okay, so that slides together as is. You can see how that is together now. And then you want to get your other piece, this piece, and then this goes on the top of it. Okay, so once you got that pretty much all mocked up, this is what it's going to look like. This is the winch plate. So that's pretty much how you want to start it. Easy as that. Not very complicated. Okay, so once you pretty much have this done, then you're going to want to get your square, and you're going to want to start squaring things up. Okay, once you get the plate all squared up and you're ready to start tacking, let's just start tacking. Okay, so when you want to tack it, usually try to tack it out here, because if you have to take it back apart, you can get in here to get it, the cutoff wheel. So anyways, I'm gonna get this thing tacked up. Got to purge it. Okay, anyways. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Then also you could probably throw some tacks in the back. Because you are going to have to flip this thing, so you definitely want the tacks to be able to hold while you flip it. Okay, so let me see if I can get this thing flipped. Okay. She definitely ain't like no more. Here, let me get my gloves on. Okay. Okay, try to hold it together when you flip it. Okay, got her back down in there. Okay, so we want to square this side up now. Okay, that looks pretty good there, so we want to tack this side now. Oh yeah, you should probably be wearing a welding helmet, but I'm not, so. So that looks good there. Okay, now you're gonna wanna install it on the Samurai and hopefully it fits. Let's do it. See if I can get this video on it. Okay. You're gonna get your winch plate over here. And then you wanna get your bolts, the 2 3/4 inch long bolts. The top bolt will get 1 washer, which technically you're gonna have to probably pull it. You're gonna have to pull this off anyways because you're gonna have to fully weld it. So if you want to put the washers on a while, you can. If you want to fool with them, you can just throw the bolts in, so then you don't have to worry about losing them. You can do that too. Okay, so get at least 2 bolts ready so you can throw them in the top while you're trying to hold it up. See if I can get this thing on. Hopefully you can see it. Okay, so you're gonna pick her up, slide her in. Get your bolt, slide it through the frame now. Put one on that side. One on that side. Okay. Then you want to get nuts, throw them on the back side of it. Okay, now you got the two top ones in, and you want to put the lower ones in. Okay, on the 2 lower bolts that are going to be going through the mount, you're going to have to grind it down a little bit to get it to slide in. See that? Okay. So once you get them ground down, then you can come over here and then you can put it in the bumper. These are the lower bolts. So they go right through here. It's hard to work with your gloves on. Okay, so you want to get that part ground down, and that's going to go against this edge here. So once you slide that through, you might have to wiggle with the bumper a little bit. See if I can get a shot of it. Just wiggle, pick it up. Okay, it should go right in. Okay, so once you get that in, then pretty much you're going to want to put your nuts on the back sides. And then you're going to want to get 2 9/16 wrench. Okay, 9/16 wrench. Okay. So once, I feel like I'm going way too fast in this video. But anyways, so once you get your bumper to this point, you're going to want to get a jack stand or something to hold the bumper up to keep it level, because we're going to build it off level, and that's how it's going to turn out as nice as it does. So let me get some jack stands and get this thing up and level. Okay, so once you get your winch plate on and you get it bolted up, and then you're going to want to get it level. So let's check it out. Okay, yeah, it's not professional, but it's going to hold it where I need it. I got it level that way, and then you want to spin it and you want to make sure it's level this way, which it's pretty good. Okay, once you get the bumper put on and you get it leveled, from front to back and side to side, you get it leveled, you're going to want to, before you even tighten it, just make sure the bolts, you haven't tightened it, they're just in there holding it from falling, and then you have your jack stand holding it up to keep it level. Okay, once you have that all ready to go, you're going to want to weld it before you tighten it, because if you tighten it before you weld it, the tacks that you put on it might break, and then it might make it wider, and it might be a bitch to get off. So anyways, you want to get your welder and you want to fill in these slots where it has a tab from the winch plate that goes through this metal. You're going to want to weld that one You're going to weld the one in the front, and then you're going to weld both side pieces for the fair lead. When you do this, make sure you weld this one, and then you could probably weld this one, and then go to the other side and do the same thing, and then come back and then weld this one, and then this one, and this one on the opposite side. Try to jump around a little bit when you're welding it together so it kind of like doesn't pull all at one side. I mean, you could if you wanted to. It'd be real complicated. You could do it here, then you could go over the other side and do one, then come back and then do that one. Yeah, you can flip-flop around. So anyways, let me get these welded up. Okay, once you get all the spot welds filled in, slots, wherever, whatever you want to call that, but the slots filled in with weld. Another thing you can do too is if you weld like shit and you need practice and you weld this and it looks like shit, get that grinder that I told you to use during this video and grind them down. Grind them flush, because the one piece is going to have to lay against this. I clearanced it a little bit, so if you have a little higher weld, it should still fit. But anyways, grind it down if your welds doesn't look the best. Another tip to how to weld for these, remember, gravity. So when you go up the top, you want to hold the top a lot longer than the bottom, because it's going to run down. So that's a little tip for you. So anyways, the next step is we can bolt it up so it doesn't move. So let's get to it. Get your 9/16 wrench. Get this ground clamp out of the way. We're just snugging it up. We're not tightening the shit out of it, because it doesn't need it just to mock it up. So we're just gonna snug it up so it doesn't move when we're welding it. Well, I should say it doesn't move while we're mocking it up, or if we bump it or something, it doesn't move. Okay, so there it is. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, another thing is there's slots here in the front too. If you want to weld them in too, you can. I'm probably gonna wait to the end to do them, so when it's tilted up, I can just lay it right in there, nice and beautiful. But anyways, that is the winch plate. That is on. Now we are ready to do the sides. So you want to come, I mean, it doesn't matter which side you use first, which side, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll also get another jack stand. I have these pipe stands. They work awesome. Let's see if I can get that in the video. I think it might be in the video. It's hard to tell what I'm capturing. But anyways, get your ground clamp on so you're ready to weld. And then okay, you got your winch plate on, you got it welded. I actually ground this side down just because it'll probably make it easier when I mock this side up. You got it snugged up, so don't move. So the next step is to get your side pieces. So you want to get your side piece, and then you're going to want some sort of jack stand to hold it, unless you have a friend that's really good at holding things without moving them for a long time, but I doubt it. Okay, so once you get that in there like that, you're going to want to get your level. You're going to want to check the level this way, and you're also going to check it the other way to make sure it's level. Okay, so once it's level, triple check it, double check it. Okay, so once you check it a few times and you know it's good to go, pretty much get your welder. You're going to want to do a tack here, back in the back. And you're going to do a tack up front here, and then you're going to do a tack on the inside where the tabs from this piece go through this metal. So let me get my welder on. Check it. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, then you're going to want to come in here. Like I said, do a little tack here too. Tack here. Okay, so once you get them tacks on, that piece is on. And then you're going to want to get the next piece, which is the piece that your turn signal goes in, which is here. If this bend is a little too far in, you can put it in a vise and then bend it, tweak it back out a little bit if you have to. So pretty much that goes on there like this. So you pretty much just want to hold it like that. Make sure it's good and flush underneath. Once you know it's good and flush underneath, come up here, do a tack in here. And also do a tack on this side. Okay, so once you got that tacked on, that piece is on, and it's still level. Okay, for the next piece that you're going to have to install, which is the lower trim piece that goes underneath here, which is this piece. So the one that has a more of an angle goes on the right hand side. So you're going to want to hold it up like this. Get this piece right down here, you want this piece flush with this piece, and then once you get that where you need it, then try to have the gap even the whole way. Okay, so once you get that like that, you want to come over here, put a tack there, tack there, tack down here, and that should be enough to hold it. So let me throw, I'm actually going to throw another tack up here, and I'll probably do one underneath here too, just so it holds it. Okay, so pretty much once you get that on, let me turn this welder off first. Okay, once you get this piece on, this side's pretty much done. I mean, all you gotta do is do the same thing over for the opposite side. So I'm gonna try to do that quickly as possible, so this video is not very long. Okay, you got the bumper all mocked up, it's all tacked together. You're pretty much ready to pull it off. Before I usually pull it off, I usually do some stitch welds. Let me show you where I usually stitch weld it before I pull it off. I usually do the tops. I usually come on the insides, and then I usually fill them in too. Both sides, front. And then I usually do the sides, right down there, do the sides. And then I usually come under here. I didn't do it yet. I usually weld this, weld that down. So you're welding this to this, making it all solid. So when you pull it off, it doesn't fall apart. So that's that. Bumper's all tacked together. Let's get it off. Get your gloves on because it might be a little warm yet. Okay, pretty much get her. Maybe have a bolt in still. Check it. That side's good. That side's good. Okay. That's how you pull her off. She came right off, no problem. Okay, you got the bumper on the table. and now we're ready to fully weld it. All I have to say is take your time. Try not to put a lot of heat into it, because if you put a lot of heat into it, you'll probably warp it. So like I said, do a little stitch weld, go to the other side, do a little stitch weld. Try to not to keep too much heat into it, because like I said, you don't want to warp it. So anyways, let's get welding. Well, the bumper's done, so let's get that thing on. Tops in. Usually get the top bolts in first, it's easiest. It's back on the Samurai. Let's check it out. I mean, there she is. It's not the final product, but it's fully welded. It's somewhat bolted on. It will be coming back off because I gotta install my YJ kit on it on the Samurai yet, so gotta do that. I built this bumper around an 8,000 pound Smitty built winch. I'm pretty sure their new 9,500 pound winch is the same base pretty much. It should mount the same, it shouldn't be no bigger. I never tried a 12,000 pound winch. I don't know if they would fit. I mean, I could send you the dimensions if you want them. I mean, that's pretty much it. But I just pretty much wanted to do this video to show you how to assemble my bumper. I mean, like I said, it's not completely finished yet, as in the lights aren't, the turn signals aren't in it. It's not painted. Turn signals, you want to use a 6-inch oval, because that's what the holes are cut out for. I usually use the LED ones. Everything else is up to you. Like, if you want to do a 2.5-inch receiver on it, so then you can use a 2-inch receiver that goes inside it. You can add tubing up around it. I mean, it's a foundation. The foundation is done. Feel free to check out my website. It's drzfab.com. And if you're watching this video, make sure you use coupon code Suzuki 2.0. I'll leave that down in the comment section or the description section. If you like this video, definitely subscribe, because I plan on doing more stuff to the Samurai using my products. The next thing I'll probably do is a YJ kit. So definitely stay tuned, and definitely like this video if you like it, which you better like it, because it's an alright video.